Welcome to Align Trading. Before we go over the trades for today, I just want to talk about the week and kind of go over what happened. As you can see right here, we just chopped for most of the week. Right here was just a non-stop chop. Makes it very hard to trade with the price action that we had every single day. Every single entry was only a few cents one way and then whiplash the other. Just was not a good week in terms of holding positions and getting those runners. Very quick scalps and entries, and that's alright. Some weeks you're going to be like that, but what's important, did you blow up your account or did you de-risk? And did you understand that this week wasn't going to be about home runs and therefore size down and manage your risk appropriately? If you didn't, you probably had really bad results, and that's okay. You're going to have to go through a couple of these weeks understanding and learning you have to control yourself in these choppy ranges. This right here is a very short range right there, as you can see. Even if it did go to the top and the bottom completely, that's still a tight range. And we didn't even break above this or this. So a 1 point chop for all of that time. And if you tried to catch the breakout every single time, right? It was a fake out every single time. Every single one of these candles could have been a entry and a stop out. When it went the other way, then you think it's going to break out here. It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. And same to the downside. Algorithm and structure standpoint, we remain in this blue controlled algorithm, right, for most of the week. We had the yellow controlling the selling every single time. And right here is where you got this first big initial bounce is off of this. I warned you about this inverse head and shoulders and completing this cup, and we got it before market open. I had put this in the Discord saying just watch for this flag and understand that we may not break out of range today like the previous 3 days, and that's pretty much what we did, except for the end of the day we had a short little burst. Now what we're going to look for next week is going to be before some sort of rejection right here to the downside, completing this cup, and maybe something like this, and down and complete the inverse cup at this level, bounce here, and so on. This could be possible, giving us a double top on the 30-minute chart here, and failing to create this handle and instead just rejecting. Bulls want to see now is this handle continue to form and then begin with the blue algorithm to find some sort of support here and build some sort of handle possibly and continue higher. It can also be much more shallow than that, and we could get something right there and right here breaking us out. But pay attention, like I was mentioning, this right here, this tapering algorithm at the top, if we do reject and come back down, you just have to understand that this algorithm is here, and as you can see right here, it builds liquidity. So just pay attention. I had the moving averages showing you the 5-day right here and the 20-day down at 515. You can see where we could still go back down with this handle right here, form this head, and grab the liquidity and break out just like that. This is very possible to do. Or for a rejection, form some sort of support right here, resistance on the moving averages, and then continue the dump down to this 20-day that is starting to base, and maybe see a crossover of the moving averages and a downtrend possibly. So for the first trade that I took today, what I put up on the Discord was this. I saw this structure right here forming. What we have is the nested head and shoulder right here, along with the bear flag. So you see that right here, the controlled algorithm, and then we get the break of that algorithm. And with it being a choppy day, bottom of these wicks, getting your sells, and that's the only bit of the trade you're going to catch. As you can see, that was the move. It's very tight range, very hard to do if you're a beginner. You just need to understand that, and with experience, you'll start to understand the ranges and why it bounced at this level. As you can see, that is the inverse cup that formed right there, and then just like every move this week, just over exaggerated once it touches that level. As you can see, just boom, up, touches a level, up, every single time, exaggerated and to the downside. So that's nothing new. The reason I took the second trade is on the QQQs I put in the Discord. I wanted to see a trendline rejection, and then we did end up getting on SPY a little bit of a tapering algorithm right here, and the initial breakdown, and then I sold my positions down here, and that was it for me for the day. Getting caught in this chop right here is terrible. It'll make you lose your cool. It'll blow up your account. And at the end of the day, when you see this initial move, you'll be like, oh, I should have been in. I should have added more. I should have done this after you had already blown your account right through here. No, you just need to understand that days like this, de-risk, walk away from the chart during the middle of the day. As you can see, I walk away from my chart for the whole middle of the day for a reason. There's only volume in the morning that I'm willing to trade, and there's only volume at the end of the day that I'm willing to trade. I do not want to trade this stuff in the middle. Why would I? This is terrible. There's nothing that is appealing. This is so hard to trade. If you think that you're just going to time this and this and this perfectly every single time, it doesn't work like that. Good luck. These trades right here were hard enough to get, let alone stuff within this 1 point chop. So that's just a little bit of advice, and I hope you can pay attention when the next week like this happens and use it to save your account and save some sanity. Now on the daily chart, just as we have been mentioning, what does it continue to do? 5-day moving average, top of the Bollinger Band, and then go test this or continue higher. Nothing has changed. Until we see the 5-day cross below the 20-day, we are still in a bullish trend. Now be watching for the price action to fall below the 5-day moving average and form some sort of resistance below it, and then we can go test the 20-day, or we bounce off it and the upper Bollinger Band continues higher and we trend up for another move. Hopefully you learned a thing or two this week. Even if you had a red week, did you learn from your mistakes, and are you going to make them again? Weeks like this will make or break you, and when you start to be able to gain profits and not get caught in traps in weeks like this is when you're going to know that you're gaining experience and you're getting better. These weeks are meant to test your account and meant to test your skills. No trades tomorrow. I will see everybody Monday. Have a good weekend.